Hello everyone, CoinHound here, and I have a fascinating topic for us to take a look at. Today I will be sharing the 2021 Decimal Day Silver Proof 50p coin from the Royal Mint. And along the way we'll take a look at Decimal Day itself and the revolutionary change it brought to British coinage. Now, I am an American, but I've long had a fascination with British culture, history, coins, and currency. So I am quite excited to have this special coin sitting before me here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this opened and take a look at it. So this is the packaging it came in. 50th anniversary of Decimal Day, 2021, UK 50p silver proof coin. And then the sides and the back. Okay. Now, we have a nice little booklet that provides some of the background on the transition in coinage and a little bit of information about the designer. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And then we have the container with the coin itself, the coin nicely seated in there, and then a certificate of authenticity. So why don't we start with the certificate of authenticity? All right, so there you have it. And just a little bit of information on the coin. Let me see if we can get us a little better focus here. All right, so it's a 50p coin issued by the United Kingdom. Its purity is 925 silver. So that would be sterling silver, 8 grams in weight, with a diameter of 27.3 millimeters. The obverse designer, Jody, and the reverse designer, Dominique Evans. Quality proof, maximum coin mintage, 6710. This limited edition presentation, mintage of 6,000. And then on the front, it gives me a serialized number. I have number 1,116 of the 6,000. So that's kind of cool. Now let's take a look at the coin itself. We'll start with the obverse, and you can see that proof shine to it, very reflective. Queen Elizabeth, the effigy by Jody there, noting that it's 50 pence. And then the reverse side. Check this out. This is just fantastic. A series of images, all centered around the designation 1971 Decimal Day. Now, I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. So the booklet that came with the coin, I'm going to try and change my focus there. Okay, so this has a lot of information on Decimal Day and the background of it and the decision to change the British coinage and the like. But I'm making my way back here to the designer. Okay, so the designer was Dominique Evans. That's a photo of her there. And as it notes, the 50p coin struck to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Decimal Day features a reverse design by Dominique Evans. Dominique is a graphic designer at the Royal Mint who has had a long passion for all things nostalgic, including coins. And then they have a quote from her here. She says, "I have always had such a fondness for coins. Their designs and individuality, even though people understand the reason for Decimal Day, they had and still have a fondness for pre-decimal coins. Those pre-decimal coins can and will be found all over the country in random jumbles in boxes and drawers, which led me to place together the smaller denominations as if you had just found them and were looking at them from above. The sweet wren peeks out from under the crown of a 3p, sitting alongside the rows of the 6p, all below the iconic Britannia." So let's just take a look at that here. All right. So as she says, the sweet wren, there on the right, peeks out from under the crown of the 3p, sitting alongside the rows of the 6p, all below the iconic Britannia. So I just think this is a fantastic design that brings so much together in such an interesting way. It harkens back to the past, to the pre-decimal era, by bringing in snippets of a number of those coins. You have the beautiful wren there. You have Britannia, which is always a powerful image. And it's kind of all pulled together by the little circle in the middle there with the reference to decimal day. So just incredible. Now, I can't help but think that when I do my Coin Hound Awards at the end of this calendar year, that this is going to be a very strong contender for Coin of the Year. And I would say that right now it's the front runner. We'll see if anything else comes out that might challenge it. Perhaps they will, but I think this one's got a good shot. This is definitely one of my favorite coin designs that I have come across. So the question I had to ask myself at the beginning of all this was, what is decimal day? I had never heard of decimal day. I had no idea what decimal day was. And so I began to look into it, and it's a really interesting story. So I hope you'll stick along with me as I relate that story of how this significant change came to be. So first thing I'd like to do before we get started is thank you all so very much for visiting my channel. For those of you who are returnees, I give you my appreciation for your continued support. For you that are brand new, I hope you enjoy your visit. To all, if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And even being a subscriber doesn't guarantee that you'll automatically see my stuff when it pops up. So why don't you go ahead and hit that notification bell? That way you'll get a direct notification when I publish new content, and you'll be sure not to miss anything when it comes out. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button as well. Alrighty, so let's dive into this interesting story. The key date of the story is February 15th, 1971. That's when the United Kingdom officially switched from its long-standing, traditional, and in my opinion, somewhat irregular system of coinage that centered around pound, shilling, and pence to a decimal-based system. Now, a decimal-based system is based on multiples of 10 for ease of counting and calculation. And that new decimal system would be based upon a pound and pence system. Now, with all due respect to my British friends, the old system seems to me to have been a bit complicated, if not outright confusing. Now, you have pictures, images of some of those old coins on the screen on the right. And on the left-hand side here, you have explanations of how these coins all related to each other. It starts out with farthings, which a farthing's not pictured on the screen here, but 2 farthings equal to half penny. 2 half pennies equal to penny, obviously. And then over here you have the 3 pence, and then you have a 6 pence coin. You move up to a shilling. A shilling consisted of 12 pence. So that could obviously be 2 6-pence, 4 3-pence, 12 pennies, or 24 half pennies, I guess. All right, so that was kind of the basic system. And then there were 20 shillings to a pound. Now, there had been many centuries of debate over whether or not a decimal system might be the better choice. To a large extent, the proponents of moving to a decimal system were generally unsuccessful, with the exception of the addition of the florin pictured here, which was valued at 1/10 of a pound. That was introduced in 1848. After that, there was no significant change until the announcement in 1966 by the Chancellor of the Exchequer, James Callaghan, that the United Kingdom would convert to a decimal-based coinage. With that announcement, there was a decision to build a new Royal Mint facility to produce the new coins, and the old facility was phased out over time. Now, they did not actually wait until 1971 to begin the transition. They began producing 5 and 10p coins in 1968. They introduced those first because they made the most sense, because they were basically equal to a shilling and a florin. 20 shillings made a pound, 25p made a pound. A florin, 10 florin made a pound, and 10p made a pound. So that was kind of baby steps into the system so that people could begin to adjust their thinking on the coinage. And in 1969, they introduced a 50p coin. And then finally, in 1971, the new 1/2 pence, 1 pence, and 2 pence coins were introduced, with the official change to the new system being on February 15th of 1971. Additionally, a 20p coin was added in 1982, and then a 1 pound coin in 1983. Now, the new designs are pictured here, and they were designed by Christopher Ironside, who was an artist. I believe he had previously designed a few coins for the mint. There was a competition, and his designs were chosen as the winners of the competition. You can see there the 1 penny, the 1/2 penny, the 2 penny, the 50p, the 5 and 10p. And as I noted later on, they would add a 20p and a 1 pound coin. Now, if you're interested in these coins, the mint this year is selling a commemorative set in which you can get a little booklet that has copies of the pre-decimal coins and the decimal coins. I think it's running for about £50. I think that was the price on it. I don't know if that's a good deal or a bad deal. Any of my British coin folks out there want to let me know, you can go ahead and do so in the comments. But it does look like a neat little package where you'd have everything all together. Now, in 2008, it's worth noting that these coins would be redesigned. They decided to do, I don't know, a rebranding, a refreshing, whatever you might want to call it. They held another competition, and there was 4,000 entries, and the winner of the competition was Matthew Dent, who is pictured there on the left-hand side. In my opinion, he came up with a very interesting and creative design. It's basically a 6-coin shield design. The shield is the royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom, and what he did was he split up the shield and put portions of it on each of the 6 major coins. So if you look at the right-hand side here, you have the 50p that has the bottom portion of the shield. You have the 1 penny on the left that has the left side, the 20 pence on the right side, the 2 pence up here, the 10 pence on the upper left, and then all brought together in the middle with the 5 pence coin. It's kind of neat because if you arrange the coins like this, then it helps you sort of recreate the shield. And it's all together in kind of a unified whole, united here by the 5p, in which all 4 quadrants of the shield are brought together. Now, the folks that were in charge did decide to make a minor addition to his design. They decided to incorporate the 1 pound coin into it as well, by having the whole shield there, so that somebody could see on the 1 pound coin what the representation of the shield is here. Now, when it comes to the shield itself, it's got 4 quadrants. The upper left and bottom right are the 3 lines of England. The upper right is a rampant line, as you can see over here. That is a representation of Scotland. And then you have a harp in the bottom left for Northern Ireland. And the question I immediately asked was, what about Wales? All right. Well, that's got a little bit of an interesting story, too. Apparently, at some point in the past, Wales was annexed and incorporated into the Kingdom of England. And therefore, unlike Scotland and Northern Ireland, I guess from a legal standpoint, doesn't have a nation status within the United Kingdom. So they are not included on that shield. And then as you can see on the bottom here, they have kind of all the coins pictured. And I had seen a few of these on various videos. and was fascinated by the designs. I didn't necessarily get what was going on or what they were from, but now having looked into it, I know it's part of this greater whole, and I don't know how popular these were when they first came out, but I think it's a fantastic design. And obviously those things are very subjective, but it's just got such a neat history to it and artistry, kind of the heraldic shield and all that sort of stuff. So I give that design a big thumbs up. Well done by Mr. Matthew Dent there. When it comes to British coinage, and I'm not by no means an expert, when they bring out their new coins annually, apparently these coins here are the base set. And then they also have commemoratives that may be issued in the same year using some of these coins as well. So I know they've done a large number of commemorative 50p of various types over the years that are issued in addition to the standard base set. So if you're getting an uncirculated set each year, the uncirculated set will include these base coins, but then it will also include a small number of commemorative coins that may also be of the same value as these. Okay, hopefully that made sense. I'm going to put a link to the Royal Mint page that has the information on Decimal Day and the Decimal Day coins. If you are still with me on this journey, I want to give you a big thanks. I appreciate it. If you can go ahead and give a like there, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I would greatly appreciate it. Till next time, this is CoinHound, signing out.